Well, we've got a bit of a heater today. Two of the longest standing personalities in the league community, ex-LCS IWDominate has locked horns with Doublelift over differing views on the recent LCS lockout that I've also covered in previous videos. All sources will be in the description. This all began after the lockout announcement where Doublelift shared a view that was in support of Riot in a few ways, but garnered a lot of negative feedback from the community, specifically because on stream he said he only agrees with 1 out of the 5 demands the LCS PA had, and that he'd eventually give up if it meant going to Worlds, effectively revealing his bluffing to a degree. But this is where the rebut comes in. People were vocal about Doublelift's video on Twitter and forums, and a reason it got attention from Dom was because one of his tweets was used in a more Doublelift thumbnail. Dom watched this particular video on stream and was open about his opinion and the situation in his own video he published, which I've cut up as a TLDR here. If you want to skip forward, I've added timestamps on the video timeline.
It's time to watch and react to Doublelift's new video. Let's go, Doublelift. I made it in the thumbnail as well, responding to the criticism of my LCS walkout video.
The tweet about me ruining negotiations? Such a brain dead take. Phil.
This is a brain dead take. Okay, so obviously the tweet that he's referring to is probably mine that he put in the thumbnail. He says that I have a brain dead take, the LCSPA. So if you haven't caught up to this point, essentially he went out, he publicly released a YouTube video. I don't know why he's talking about this stuff publicly. I still haven't figured that part out. But he released the YouTube video where he talked about the LCS walkout. He talked about what he agrees with, what he disagrees with, the reason that they're walking out, and he essentially in the video said that like he's obviously going to play LCS if push comes to shove. He's not going to be denying labor and taking a financial hit in order to support the academy players and stay with them during this walkout. If the negotiations extend or if Riot just says that they're going to potentially cancel the league, which is what they already threatened. So that's where you're at this point. So obviously everyone called him out. They're like, it's a pretty stupid thing to say because right now you are walking out and your leverage is the denial of labor. It's actually your only leverage in the situation because it's not like it's a franchise league, but the teams are franchised. The only power that you have in this situation is potentially not playing. And he essentially gave that away in the last video. So now we have to see why he's going to clarify it and why I am brain dead and why everyone else is brain dead as well, because this is something that most people were confused about, because obviously during the negotiations, it's pretty bad to have the most popular player say that he is willing to play LCS if push comes to shove. Also, it's especially rich coming from Doublelift, because if you look at all the players in the LCS, he's one of the only players that could reasonably deny labor for an extended period of time and still be able to like support himself and still be completely okay. Most of the other players would potentially have to go back to school, get another job, or find something else to do, where Doublelift can go back on a streaming career. He's one of the players that could stand out and deny labor and really make his stand for academy rights because of the fact that he obviously has a lot of money from his time playing in LCS, and he actually has other career paths that he could easily jump to right now.
Along with this video, Dom had been posting clips of Doublelift with quotes from his response, with titles like this, but since Dom's response, there hasn't been anything further. Knowing Doublelift, however, he never shies away from confrontation, so I won't be surprised if he responds specifically to this. What do you think of the situation? Let me know in the comments below, and for more league news, be sure to subscribe. Bye!